I'm Jim with Stuff Music, and I'm here today to do a demo of the Gibson Les Paul Jr.
Pennsylvania Queen. These know that I'm
The Gibson Les Paul Jr., finished here in vintage tobacco burst. The neck is mahogany with a rosewood fingerboard, vintage 50s neck shape, 12-inch radius, 24 3/4 inch scale, 22 plecked medium jumbo frets, Graff tech nut, and vintage deluxe tuners. The body is mahogany with a gloss nitrocellulose lacquer finish, Gibson P90 single coil pickup, single master volume, single master tone, and wraparound bridge. Finally, this guitar comes set up with 10 to 46 gauge strings and includes a hardshell case from Gibson. Get yours today at instuffmusic.com, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, now we're back after the specs on the guitar. Before we begin today, let's take a quick look at the amp settings and how we're recording. I'm going through this reissue deluxe reverb. Got the volume between 4 and 5, the treble a little south of 6, bass between 4 and 5, a little bit of reverb from the amp into the aux with a 57 and a 121 and a 112 deluxe setting. This is the Gibson Les Paul Jr. And you know, it's kind of a new day over at Gibson, so these aren't really new guitars, but these are their new versions of guitars that they've had for a long time, and this is the Gibson USA version. I believe there's also a custom shop version of this guitar, but this is just the Gibson USA version. So, simple nuts and bolts, single dogear P90, volume and tone. Get your Mississippi Queen on with this bad boy. Pretty substantial neck, not giant, but like, kind of I think they call it the vintage 50s profile, so it's pretty chunky. Let's listen to this guitar clean, then dirty. Clean first, everything on 10. Here it is. Tone down to about 6, volume still on 10. All right, let's make this guitar shimmer. Delay from Achille Caverns, little Boss Vintage Dimension C, and a little bit of compression from a Wampler Ego compressor. Back to straight clean, let's sink the tone way down to about 2. Volume back up to 9, the tone back up to 9, the volume down a touch to about 7.5. So a lot of people think one pickup, not very versatile. You can kind of get a faux neck thing going on, but you got to get the tone control in there. Got to get that in the game. You know, your tone control once becomes like your pickup selector switch. You can get, you can fatten it up. Take the tone back a little bit like I'm doing here. It's about halfway off. Warm it up significantly. So, from a clean perspective, like that kind of, almost R&B rhythm perspective, you can get there on this guitar, even with just a bridge pickup. All right, let's hear some overdrive sounds. Gladio, pedal from Cornerstone, on the neck first. Which button am I hitting? I don't know.
First.
On the neck first. There is no neck. On the only pickup that there is. That's everything on 10. Tone down about halfway. Kick the gain up a little bit. The tone almost off. Tone back up about halfway. All right, that was the Les Paul Jr. from Gibson.